Everybody, and welcome. Huh? All right, welcome everybody to the live stream today. Midday market action, midday market update. First live stream that we get to do for the week. All right, and it's all about, man, what do we need to do? Where do we stand, and what do we need to do? If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend. I had a weekend of helping my daughter move. That was great. That was fun. I was supposed to play golf this weekend, and everybody dropped out on me. That was sad. Sigh. But that's all right. Maybe it wasn't meant for me to golf this weekend. I couldn't even get to the driving range. It's been a busy weekend. Busy weekend. So I'm glad to see everybody can hear me loud and clear and they are chatting in. You know me, I like to see brand new people chat in. Just say hi. You may not need to chat throughout the whole, session, but just say hi. Just say hello. All right? Because we respect and we love that we've got new people in the room. Interesting. I sent out to the team, to our YouTube team. We started this 5 years ago. 5 years ago, came up in my memories on my phone. 5 years ago, we started out on the YouTube channel. We had 10,000 subscribers. Now we've gone from 10,000 to how much? Where are we at, Joey? 75?
Yeah, a little over 75.
A little over 75. In 5 years, that's a big jump. This community is growing, and we thank you for that tremendously. Evidently, you come back every time, and we thank you so much for helping the channel grow. Now, on the other side of that, I still would love to see the channel grow even more. All right, and that only comes from you. You guys need to share this stuff to people out there to let them know what we're doing here at VectorVest. I think we're one of the only YouTube channels out there that are not trying to blow, stocks. Just say, hey, go buy this stock. We try to give a very objective view of what's going on in the market and stocks to look at. And my main theme from this Friday was trade the chart, not your heart. I got it tattooed all over the place. Got them hanging up. Todd comes by my office today, says, I'll bite. What is that hashtag? I said, trade the chart, not your heart. So we'll see. Hi, Glenn. What do you think about what David Paul's opinion would be on the markets right now? The best person to ask about what David Paul's opinion would be in the markets right now would be to talk to Jerry D'Ambrosio in his live streams. He was the closest person that we have here in VectorVest that aligned with David Paul's everything. He and David worked very tight together. So Jerry would be, in my opinion, the best person to ask in regards to that, Pavel. That would be my best. That would be my best answer for you. Just sitting on the sidelines, enjoying my coffee, and not fretting about this market. All thanks to VV and its nation. Thank you for that, Chris. We appreciate that. Oh wow, rest in peace, Dr. David Paul. He was a great individual and knew so much about the market. He was an economist. He knew a lot about the market. And again, he and Jerry forged a great bond together. In regards to what Jerry does now. I think a lot of it he can attribute that to David Paul. All right, with that being said, looking at the market, two red lights today, primary wave still down. The confirmed call never turned from the bottom that we had. And now we're challenging the bottom again. We're going to get to that in a second when we look at a market timing graph. But I did not anticipate that we would challenge so aggressively the most recent bottom in the market. But then I had to step back and say to myself, tariffs are the headline news. Tariffs right now is still what's driving the market, the uncertainty of how they will affect the market. But we got some insight as to that when inflation rose a little bit. It rose a little bit, not a lot, but it rolls a little bit. And I think that the market sees that there's a little bit more of that coming in the near future. No matter how you feel about the tariffs, and you know me, I don't want to talk about tariffs anymore. I don't want to give my opinion on tariffs anymore. It started off a windfall of a lot of different people's comments, and I have to totally understand that everybody trades differently, and everybody feels differently about the tariffs. I feel a certain way. You may feel a different way. But you know something? We're not going to go into that. We're going to use what the market gives us. We're going to trade the charts, whether it's on the market or whether it's on individual stocks to help us to make money in the market. And I think that's the better way to go. Instead of trying to concentrate on what's possibly going to happen, let's let it happen. Take what the market gives us, folks. Just take what the market gives us. For your information, Apple and Walmart stable today. I did a video recently on Apple, and actually Ryan just did a short on Apple as well. Go check that out. Go check that out. Again, we do live streams, we do videos, but we put out a lot of great content on the market and on stocks. Thoughts on gold, stocks now? We're going to look at that. We're going to look at that in tonight's 6 p.m. video. All right, tonight's 6 p.m. video is going to give you a different view of how to find what stocks are moving now, no matter what's in the news. And I like that idea because we're all caught up in the news. I don't want you to be. I don't want you to be. And I'm going to show you how to sift through everything that's going on, the prognostications, the news, and I'm going to show you what's really moving to show you how to effectively discern where your money should be and why. So with that being said, don't forget tonight's 6 p.m. video. I'm wondering how low we can go. We can go as long as the market goes. And guess what, Mike? We got no control over that. This is why I'm telling you, I don't want to concentrate on the news. The news is there. But take what the market gives you. Take what the market gives you, all right? All right, so pay attention to EQT, Rafat. We might be taking a look at that stock today. Let's get into where I want to go. I want to go to the market timing graph. Let's go start there. All right. So the market today, remember I talked about aggressively challenging the level of the low or the level of the bottom right here. Today, we aggressively attacked that. Look at today's wick, stopped right at that level of support. All right. What do we have right now coming into our session today? A little bit of a rebound. How many people? All right. Let me ask this question. All right. Let's ask this question. Based on the news, now I don't want us to get caught up in the news, but based on the news and how people are reacting to the news of the tariffs, how many of you feel strong about the little rebound we got today? Type of 1 if you feel strong about it. Type of 2 if you think it's a possible head fake. Type of 1 if you feel strongly about it, that's a good move. Or type of 2 if you think that it's a head fake because of the news. Now remember, I am not all about the news, but I see ones coming in. I see that, and you know something? That's a positive sign. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. For all of you who are typing ones in the room, that is a positive sign. And it could be a candlestick pattern known as a hammer. That'd be a little hammer. It could be a possible reversal coming off this bottom. So I understand the ones that are saying or typing in 1. Now, Chris says, I'm concerned about shorts covering. Well, do they start covering now because of this rebound? Do they start covering because of this rebound? Or are they feeling the same way that many of you in the room are typing? I think that 2 more days will be the telling sign. 2 more days will be the telling sign of how these tariffs will go into play and how they'll start affecting the market. All right. And again, markets don't like uncertainty. So I understand the people that are typing ones. All right. I am just concerned that based on the chart, what is the chart doing? It broke through the uptrend. It broke through a level of support. It is tacking another level of support. The chart says, as of right now, I'm more bearish than I am bullish. I am more bearish than I am bullish. Now, many of you are still sitting on the sidelines. Many of you are thinking, what should I do? Glenn talked about country ETFs on Friday. Should I buy some of those? Glenn's been talking about gold. Should I buy some more of that? Today, we're going to answer that question. Will gold still thrive if a rebound? So, you know something? Before I get into the news, let's do this. I'm going to show you something here. I'm bringing up the whole homepage. I don't want this. Close this. I don't want that. I'm bringing up the whole homepage. A good way, based on today's move, what should you be in today? If you're looking for stock plays to take advantage of today, what industries are moving? First thing I see, everyone is asking about mining. First thing I see, is mining moving today? No, right? So what does that mean? Does that mean, oh my gosh, I got to get out of all of the mining stocks? No. If the mining industry is not showing up as one of the top industries that are moving today, I'm going to tell you to be very cautious. All right, to be very cautious about those. All right, but what is moving today? Glenn talked about ETF shorts on Friday. The biggest moving industry today, right now, is ETF shorts. So if I'm looking, I'm going to right click and I'm going to go view the stocks in the industry group. If I'm looking for stocks to get into today, this is where I'm going to start. They're killing it. They're killing it. Now, keep in mind, we do have a rebound. So these stocks were probably doing better this morning than they even are now, but a lot of these stocks are moving. So what do? If I'm looking at something to get in today, let's go check the charts. Let's graph them all real quick. Looking for something today. LABD. Look at that. Today's move broke through 2 levels of resistance. I don't like the bar at the top, but nice open candle. RT is moving higher. Let's go to the next one. Tesla Q, the bearish side of Tesla, coming off a level of support, moving up. Closed candle means it's a little bit of just wait and see. Next one. These are all Teslas. Nvidia coming off a level of support. All right, this is the short side of Nvidia, coming off a level of support, nicely moving up. You know what I'd like to, if I'm going to take this as a contra to get into? Let's go see if we can break above that. We're not far above that level of resistance. Let's go to the next one. Nvidia Shark, short innovation, big wick at the top. Don't think I want to take that today as a contra. Selling pressure. SOX, some selling pressure, but today's move jumped above a level of resistance. So, you know something? I can see what's moving today to give me some. And now, understand on these contras, right? Look at the small bodies. Look at the small bodies on the contras. If I'm in them, I'm going to be very cautious. If I'm not in them, a lot of them are telling me, just wait. Look at the big wicks at the top. Let's do this again. What other industry is moving today? How about commodities futures? What's in there? What do you think is in there? Type it in the room. What do you think is in the ETF's commodity futures before I open it up? Type that in the room. What do you think is in there? All right. Oil. Okay, that's one. What else you think is in there? What else do you think is in there besides oil? Natural gas. What else? Pennywise. Stop putting all of that in there. Oil and gold were the 2 ones that I was looking for. There you go. Stop typing Pennywise. Bitcoin ain't in there, Michael. As a commodity, I don't, you know something, before I say that, I don't think Bitcoin's in there. Copper's probably in there. So, I like that the industry is moving. Look at this. Gold. So somebody asked me, what about gold? Let's go take this a step further. Look at the selling pressure on DGP. I like that move. Look at that. RT's moving higher. Look at the 3-month move on it. I like it. I'd be careful, though. GDX, not one that I would play. UNG, natural gas. I like to break through that level of resistance right here. Look at the closed candle, though. Today's price is lower than the open. It's pulling back. Wow. Physical gold. Again, there's your answer on the gold plays. I like the gold plays. Look at these graphs. You can't deny these moves. They all, UVXY, that's ugly. That's all over the place. Gold. So I'm a fan of gold, but I'm going to be very choosy about the gold that I will choose. Does that make sense to everybody? Based on these graphs, remember, I'm trading the chart, not my heart. Based on these graphs, I would be very choosy about the gold plays that I take right now. I need everybody in the room to answer that, because I don't want anybody in the room to say, well, Glenn said to go buy gold. I still like gold. But based on these ETFs that I'm seeing in the industry, I'm going to be choosy about the gold plays. Some of them are going to keep moving up. Some of them are not. Be very choosy about the gold plays. Did I answer your question about gold? Whoever had the questions about gold. Did I answer your question about the gold? Yes or no? Silver, look at these. Trade the chart, not your heart. Trade the chart, not your. I need you guys to be more interactive in answering my questions today because this is serious stuff. Wow, there's that oil. Look at that BNO. Broke through a couple of levels of resistance. Look at that nice open candle. No wick at the top of the candle. Love the move on RT. That's not a bad play. Look at BNO. And I'm just going through the graphs. Look at that DBE energy. Broke through 2 levels of resistance. RT moving higher. Folks, this is you want the questions to be you asking the questions. I'm trying to answer them. Interact because this is what makes the difference between making winning trades and making not so much winning trades. This is what you're looking for. All right, this is what you're looking for. If you're not as excited as I am, that's all right, but this is a great way to use the VectorVest system right from the home page to find you what's moving. Now, that's today. Remember, that's today. You want to know what has been moving over the last quarter or so, watch tonight's video. I take this same methodology a step further to get you in stronger, more bona fide plays at this time. All right. With that being said, let's get into the news. Let's get into the news and see what's going on. Trump's tariffs are looming over stocks. Watch out on April 2nd. All right. So it's all over the news. I think, let me ask this question. Do you think the news is presenting a case for fear? Yes or no? Do you think the media, whatever, internet, whatever, is creating a sense for fear? Yes or no? Rather than just saying, hey, the tariffs are going to happen. Let's go see what happens. All right? Watch out on April 2nd. I mean, that's sitting out there going, everybody get ready. And a lot of people read this and they sit back and they go, oh my gosh, it's coming. What do I do? I want you to not think that way. It's the news. You can't change this. And I can't change this. That's why I say take what the market gives you. This could turn around and the market could go up. This could stay the way it is and the market could go down. Stick with what the market does. The news is the news. I'm not going to tell you to ignore it. It is the news. But I want you to be level-headed. All right? And as a subscriber, I just want you guys to be level-headed. All right? Let's go to the next story. April could provide a reprieve from the market sell-off. The S&P is down 6% for the month, putting it on pace for its biggest monthly decline since 2022 when inflation was raging and the Fed was raising rates. The chief culprit of these horrid performances have been uncertainty. And I think that the tariffs are creating even more uncertainty. All right. News. Gold breaks 3,100 posts best quarterly gain in nearly 40 years. That's huge. So I understand the questions that are coming about, what about gold? Gold is a safe haven, and it's just moving. I just want you to be under, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go to the viewers real quick. Earnings for this week, big news stocks. I'm going to go straight to gold. All right. I want to go straight to gold. That's one of the stocks from the stories, right? Gold. And this will give you a better representation of what's going on. There it is. Gold. Bottom left, top right. What is it doing? Hitting a new 3-month high. Am I going to tell you to get rid of them because of the tariffs and all that kind of stuff? No, I'm trading the chart. If I'm trading the chart from GLD, trade the trend. Does that make sense to everybody? No matter what you think about gold, trade the trend. Does that make sense? Right there. Does that make sense? And you know something? If you're in your gold plays and you're looking at the industry, this is a great way to determine what you should or should not do to your gold plays. All right? This right here. This right here. Everyone says, well, what is gold? Well, I don't know. But this is the answer to your question. As long as this, and you can use whether it's gold or any other ETF, trade the trend, trade the chart. Bottom left, top right, we all know that it's been going up. Until I see it break through the downtrend, I'm going to hold on to my gold plays. Ranch is right. The trend is your friend. Leave it alone. All right, because that's what a lot of people are asking, what to do with gold. And there you go. Get the heck out of the way. The only indicator that matters is what comes out of his mouth on any given day. He changes his mind all the time, and none of the indicators in VectorVest can predict. Wow. Oof, I got to put that up there. Can I get an amen for that? That's true. And I think that this mindset, type of one in the room for that comment. Type of one in the room for that comment. I think that you guys have to do need to get out of your own way. Just let the market come to you. I need an amen for that. No, I need a one or an amen, because it's true. Truer words have not been spoken right there. Truer words have not been spoken right there. Just think about that. All right. So gold is up as much as it is, but to answer the questions about gold and what you should be doing with your gold plays, hopefully that graphic did a good job in answering the question. All right. So I like the story. The story is real. The story is true. We all are feeling the effects. I'm still trading gold plays. I've got a couple. All right, so I'm just putting that out there. VIX is over 20, anything can happen. All that means, John, is that people are getting more fearful. As we get closer to Wednesday, I think that people are getting more fearful in the market, driving the VIX higher. As I take a sip of my Cafe Bustelo. All right, how Nvidia saw $200 million evaporate after CoreWeave's IPO pricing. Look at that. So Nvidia's got a lot of money in it. Nvidia owns 17,932,460 shares of CoreWeave. And what happens is it came in lower. Where is it? It came in lower than it expected. Just a week before pricing, CoreWeave had said it expected the IPO price to be between 47 and 55 at the midpoint range. Nvidia's stake would have been valued at $914 million at the top of the range. It would have been valued as much as $986. The disappointing pricing comes as concerns over the economic outlook in the face of the trade wars have kept many investors on the sidelines. And I think that as I look at the amount of people who are even coming to the channel, the amount of people who are viewing the videos that we have out there shows me that a lot of people have moved to the sidelines because of the tariffs. I need people to not be afraid. I need people to trust in something, all right? And I'm hoping that we've proved enough credibility within the VectorVest live streams, videos, content, that you have a place where you can trust that we're going to give you the information that you need amid all of the stuff that's going on. All right. And, when I look at, we still got 200 people in the room, I feel that we've got a root, a root of people who are part of this community that come to us to get good information. Many of you may be sitting still on the sidelines, and I'm okay with that. But we're going to give you unbiased analogy of what's going on in the market and how you as individual investors in the market need to trade it. All right? That's it in a nutshell. My new people, I want all the new people to answer. All right? Are you finding our channel useful for your ability to make money? I want the new people in the room. I want the new people in the room to let me know that. Are you finding our channel useful to help you guys make money amidst everything that's going on? All right? I want the new people. Because you're the guys that help to grow this channel. So I got to put shine on you. I try very hard to put some shine on the new people to say, welcome to the room and thank you for supporting the channel. I'm watching the new names come in. Thank you very much for interacting. The only way to get you guys to interact is to ask you to interact. You know what I'm saying? It's the only way. It's the only way. So I love the response that are coming. And these are the people that don't always talk all the time. I just want to hear from you. All right? I just want to hear from you. All right, so CoreWeave could be hurting. And they lost a lot of money. Nvidia did. So it is what it is. All right. Why is it now impossible? And this is a tariff-related story. Why is it now impossible to buy 100% made in America car? So when I did my live stream on Friday and I talked about parts, Tesla and Rivian pretty much are very much 100% made in the U.S. But someone made mention to me when I talk about parts that are going to be taxed, that I maybe from a level of naivety am not incorporating that. I am incorporating that. I just don't know if the crux of the vehicle is being made in the US. I don't know the impact of the parts that are being imported will affect the price of the car. To what level? I think it's going to affect the price of the car, but if the car is primarily produced in the US, I think that it won't be nearly as detrimental as other vehicles who'd rely on a lot more imports to make their cars. So again, I didn't want it to sound like I was naive. It just makes sense that if the car is primarily made here, that it won't be as susceptible to the tariffs. That's what I'm thinking. All right. So with that, interesting graphic in here, and I'm a Ford owner, right? Look at this. 10th on the list as far as domestic content. Now, remember, I said 100%. Evidently, this graphic shows me that it's not 100% made. The Model 3 is 87.5% made in the U.S., which means that they got to import stuff, right? The Model Y, 85%. The Cybertruck, 82.5%. Again, look at the cars that are primarily made here. Mustang, look at that, 80%. Ford, all right? Honda, 76.5%. Stellantis, 76%. Someone said only buy Toyota. According to this graphic, evidently it's primarily made not in the United States, Skyper. Interesting, huh? All right, that's interesting graphic. That's why I wanted to show that. All right, that's why I wanted to show that. Volkswagen, 75%. General Motors, also 75%. Chevy, GMC, Chevrolet. All right. Volkswagen, 74.5%. Honda. Toyota's not on here. Look at that. Toyota ain't on here. You get paid to wait out volatility. I'm trying to make the best of this in your videos. That being said, with that being said, I'd love for you to give me one-on-one tips. I don't do one-on-ones. Actually, this is a good plug for this. You want some one-on-one time with me? In Charlotte, we're going to be doing a presentation, all right? Here in Charlotte, Ryan and I. If you have the ability to come to Charlotte on May 1st, you want some one-on-one time with Ryan and I, you get an opportunity. All right? Glenn, what will make the market turn around? I've got an opinion on that I'm not going to say. But I think that it deals with the tariffs. All right? That's all I'm going to say. All right? No Dodge Ram on the list. That's very interesting. Now, understand, this is up to 73%. Are there other variables, lower percentages? Yes, there are. All right? JD, you coming to Charlotte? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking. Is anybody, and it's going to be May 1st, is anybody trying to make plans to come to our presentation on May 1st? Just type a 1. Is there anybody trying to make plans to come to our YouTube roundabout here in Charlotte? Type a 1 in the room. All right, I'm curious to know. We'd love you. We'd love whether you're in the Charlotte, whether you're in Atlanta, whether you're in Tennessee, anywhere around Charlotte. We would love to see you. We would love to see. It's free. It's free. All right. It's not. It is almost a full day event. We do have something that's going to be very, very special. Joey, can I talk about that other piece? No. All right. Well, I will say that there's going to be something very special that we're going to offer as well. The presentations will be free, all right? But there is something super special that we will be offering at that meet and greet. Something that is going to be, so I'd love to, but it's not happening, says Skyper. I got you. All right, so I'm putting that up there. West Coast, I'd love to come anyway. So you know something? If this works out, we might be coming to the West Coast. If this works out, we might be coming to the West Coast. So I'm just putting that out there. May 1st, Ryan and I will be in Charlotte for pretty much a meet and greet. We'd love to see you happy. We'd love to see you come by. So interesting that even and notice Rivian is not on here too. I thought Rivian was highly made in the U.S. Rivian's not on here. So this is just one graphic. There's probably several other graphics that I could find as well. All right. This stock I like. This is a clean energy stock that I like a lot. EcoWave. They did some work in Israel. They got another contract here in the United States as well. Secures a final permit for pioneering wave energy project in the port of Los Angeles. That's huge. Energy by way of water. And you know something you would think where this would play big at is all the coastal states. Got nothing but water there, right? All the coastal states should be able to profit from this and benefit from this, especially when we're going to put so much weight on the existing energy grid. Outside of nuclear, I do like EcoWave. I do like the water. I do like solar. I sort of got to like wind, except for they kill the birds. But there's a lot of emphasis in these. I did a video a couple of weeks ago about this industry, the whole clean energy industry for providing energy for the AI space. All right, next story. AMD announces the 5th gen AMD EPYC CPUs. Now, not GPUs, but CPUs for your computers, for your laptops. Talking about that, I still am in the market I need a new Mac. I'm picking up some business from the DJ business. I need a new Mac. I got to get one. I got to get off my butt and get one. Anybody know a guy? I need somebody who knows a guy and says, yo, can you hook my friend Glenn up? I need somebody who knows a guy. I need a new Mac. Mac I'm looking at, though, is probably going to be about $1,500. About $1,500 to last me for a good. Joey, what year is your Mac? Do you know? Joey's got a good Mac, and he's got a.
I got a couple of them. It's pretty old though.
Say again.
I have a couple of them. It's pretty old.
He's got a couple of them. They're pretty old, but they look good. My Mac, I got a Mac Air. I need a MacBook Pro. But from a laptop perspective, AMD announces the 5th gen AMD CPUs. The new OCI Compute E6 shapes build on success of the previous E5. These OCI shapes add to the selection of more than 1,000 compute instances powered by the EPYC processors across all major cloud services. So AMD, again, the biggest competitor to Nvidia right now, I think, is AMD. I play like poker like Phil Ivey. I like Phil Ivey. I tried to get Glenn up to. I'm not going to New Hampshire. Not even in the summertime. I don't even think you get temperatures above 70 in the summertime. I'm not going to New Hampshire. I've been to New Hampshire. I'm not going there. It's too cold. I think you can get snow in July in New Hampshire. I think so. I think you can get snow in July. I'm not going to New Hampshire. All right. Next story. Broadcom advances optical connectivity for AI infrastructure. So outside of tariffs, outside of gold, AI is still in the forefront, but tech stocks are getting killed. Good news on AMD, but stock is terrible. We're going to take a look at it, San Fran. I do like Broadcom. They got good market cap. It's a good stock in the space, AVGO, so we're going to put that and look at it as well. AI, Google AI enters arms industry via partnership with Lockheed Martin. Man, your brother Glenn, Uncle Glenn loves defense. Uncle Glenn loves defense. And more companies, Palantir is in it now. Google is getting into it. I think more and more AI companies are definitely going to put their hats in the ring when it comes down to defense. we get more advanced weaponry, you're going to need AI. And I think that the companies that see the writing on the wall are going to profit bigly by it. Going to profit bigly by it. And the last story, did anybody notice? Nobody talked about it. I saw it today, and this happened Friday. Did anybody see that Musk, the X was bought by his AI company? Type of 1 if you knew that. Type of 2 if you didn't know that. Nobody talked about it. Nobody talked about it. And I was like, and Jim Penna said it was like he transferred money from his checking account to his savings account. That's it. It's like pretty much what he did. And I was like, I didn't see any news out there on it except for I found this. This was on Friday. And I was like, is it a big deal? I don't know. Both of the companies are privately held. It's not like we can trade them, right? So I was like, Nobody looked at it as a big story. I didn't know. So I just wanted to put that out there. All right. Let's get back into the software. Here's the stocks that were from the news. Nvidia with the CoreWeave, Google with the AI with LMT, which is here. I also put defense. Gold, again, I wanted to show you what that was looking like. AVGO is in here. Tesla is in here. Rivian, as far as the cars being made in the United States, but both of those getting hit today. This wave, folks, you need to keep. I want to look at this graph first. This wave, folks, I need you to keep your eyes on this. All right, it may not look pretty. All right, but the technology, if more and more people start looking at getting into the eco wave or the water technology for energy, keep your eyes on this stock. That's all I want you to do. One reported on Fox Business App. There you go, Jeff. So a lot of people did know. What difference does it make? Singh says. I don't know, and I'm thinking that's why it wasn't like, woo, X bought XI bought X. So I don't know. In my opinion, it's still not worth what he bought for it, but he's making it work. I don't know if it makes a big difference. X and X. Maybe it could be used for Grok. All right, maybe that AI company could help enhance Grok. But you would think that they were already both that his AI company was already incorporated into Grok. I don't know. Qubits, LMT, smarter than Google. I'm not feeling Quantum still right now, Skyper, not yet. Unless there's some news, and you know something, the next big move on Quantum is going to be with somebody else's innovation in the space, right? That's what I'm saying. All right, let's look at all of these stocks that made the news. Now, let's graph them all. There's Nvidia. The Nvidia ETF to the downside is still killing. Look at that. It broke to that level of support, stopped right at that level of support of 103. Oh, what did your Uncle Glenn give you as a price point on Nvidia? Anybody remember? Yeah, hold me to it. Hold my feet to the fire. Anybody remember what the price prediction I gave on Nvidia? Put it out there. What was it? Nobody remembers? I'll tell you. There you go. Thank you, Jerry. 175. That don't look so. I didn't say 390. I said 175. Am I still holding to it? Yup. When am I holding it to it? Until its next earnings? We'll see. Grok is the main thing that's adding value to the company. He found a way to monetize his AI before anyone, in my belief. We'll see. All right. Let's go to the next stock. Google, LMT, not enough to move the stock. AMD, CoreWeave, they took a hit because of the IPO, the lower price on the IPO. Woof. Gold, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. CRWV, is that CoreWave? New quantum IPO, total fail indicator of quant market. Right now, I think the quant market is more of a trade, more so than a long-term investment right now. I think it is more of a trade than a long-term investment. AVGO, stocks are just getting beat up. General Motors, interesting. On the cars, look at the move on it. I was originally going to make a video on Friday talking about domestic stocks. GM was one of them. I think that by way of the tariffs on the foreign cars, all right, on the international cars, that the big three should benefit, but we'll see. I think just on paper that they should benefit. We'll see. All right. I think that it drives more people to buy American-made cars. We'll see. But nice move on GM today. Defend, woo. Look at that. Was rising. It's getting killed. Trade the chart. Even if you were in defend, what did it do? It broke through the downtrend. Broke through the uptrend. Broke through a level of support. Did both. That would have been a good opportunity to get out. Let's go to the next one in the news. LMT coming up off this level of support, but leveling out. All right. Tesla pushing back down below a level of support. I'd be on probably in the contra on it. Let's go to the next one. Rivian. I needed to break above that level of resistance before I even think about it. And Wave. Again, Wave is going to be an interesting pick. I need you guys to keep that on your watch list. Glenn, how do you expect that to happen when every single part has components from China and the tariff is now 70%? So what I'm saying is if the majority of the car is made here, Chetan, in the U.S., I think that the parts that are coming in internationally will affect the price of the car. But the problem is how much in the way of parts that need to be imported. I don't know that number. And if it's a lot of parts that have to be imported, then yeah, it's going to affect the car adversely. But if the majority of the car is made in the U.S., then maybe they're not importing a ton of parts, some parts. We'll see. That's just my 2 cents in regards to that. All right. 70% of advertisers on X shut them both down. What are you saying, Walter? What is the you talking about my price point? It was 175. 175. I didn't give you any fish today. And we're gonna do that on the fly again. Let's do this. Unisearch. How many of you are bullish in the market? Let me start there. How many of you are bullish in the market right now? Type of 1. How many of you are bearish or sitting on the sidelines? Type of 2. How many of you are bullish in the market and you want fish? Type of 1. How many of you are sitting on the sidelines? Now, and I do this for the purposes. I do this for the purposes because I want to make sure, am I looking for stocks just for a small amount of people? And I'm glad a lot of people are answering. All right. For those people who are a little bit more aggressive and you're looking for stocks, it's massive. Importers like Bosch, AC Delco, they still need to import containers and front the cash. However, I think AZO is going to boom. Oh, see, that's from a parts perspective, Chetan. I like that. That maybe a lot of parts can be bought from AutoZone. But I don't know if the manufacturers will do that. I don't know if AutoZone or AC Delco can provide manufacturers the amount of parts that they need. Does that make sense, Chetan? Could AC Delco and AutoZone and all those other companies help? Possibly. But where does AutoZone get their parts from? Think about that, right? All right, tell you what I'm going to do. For those people, because the majority of the people are in the 2 range where they're bearish in the market or sitting on the sidelines. All right, tell you what I'm going to do. For you more aggressive people, let's do this. What am I in? YouTube. Let's go find something for you aggressive. Momentum plays. All right, these are searches that I have for the YouTube channel. All right, these are searches that I have. Only look at that. Now, I want those aggressive people to understand that I've got specific search to find those kinds of stocks. It only found 2 stocks. Do you still want to be aggressive? I'm just saying. I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. All right. What else do I have more on the aggressive side? Let's go see cheap hot stocks. Nothing. Cheap hot stocks. Nothing. Cheap stocks. Teeny boppers. Offshoot. Very interesting about you aggressive people. Are you pushing it? Think about that. Are you trying to force a trade. Look at these stocks. NGD I like, but we already know it's in the mining space. Oof, no. HF, nice rebound day. Now, for all you aggressive people, you think you're forcing the trade? Green energy, industry movers. Nope, I don't want that anyway. Little big movers. More aggressive play. Gold again. Graph them. Again, this is, there's gold. What does this tell me? That gold is the big play, right? For all you aggressive people, to you. Nope. 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 This is aggressive stuff I'm looking for, folks. You going to tell me that you're not forcing a trade? These are specifically aggressive plays. It's specifically aggressive plays. Let me go look at my multi-bagger search. Let's go see if I got anything here. I'm thinking that the people that type 2 in the room are more on the right page. Nice move on AEI. That's one day. But look at the trend of the stock. Y'all trying to push it. Push it. I think y'all are trying to push it. All right. Nice move on grind. Whew. Nice move on NAGE. One day, though. I'm taking you through aggressive searches. I think you aggressive folks are pushing it right now. That's what I think. Where's the money? Gold. Maybe oil. Maybe Contras. I think that's more so where the money is right now. If you're going outside of those things, you're probably trying to force a trade. Again, that is just my opinion, based upon even my aggressive searches. All right. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I wanted to show you. I think that you're pushing the trades. I'm looking at aggressive searches. Not a lot of good candidates. All right. JD just gave a free trade. What? Boom. Is that the stock? Is that the stock? Let's go look at weekly customer picks. Let's clear this out. How many likes did we get? 71. I'm still going to give you 10 stocks. All right, tell you what we're going to do. Don't type in stocks yet. New people. I'm going to take 5 stocks from the new people. 5 stocks from the new people. All right, I want only new people to type in stocks. I'm going to take 5 stocks from the new people. All right, put them in. New people, new people. All right, let's go. And take a look at Jagdish, cold. I know the names, comma, Jake, you're not new. A Fox, you're not new. I want new people. Jagdish just gave me a stock. Anybody else? Bijal? I'll take it. Anybody else? Now, if new people don't want to give me stocks, that's fine. Tab, SQQQ. Anybody else? Walter, you're not new. Tony, I'm going to take you, ASML. My kid works for ASML, by the way. Troy, you're not new. Rants, Crapto Rebounding. Pennywise, Aguaman, DRD. All right, I got 5 stocks from my new people. David, I'm going to take yours too. David, I'm going to take yours too. All right, all my regular people. Everybody else, type in your stocks. New me. It's that I'm going to give you that GNW. All right, new people. Pump, comma, SC, is that Schwab? Yep. Comma, Orla, comma, LYG. I like that play. Ritman, CRWD, comma, Jake, you already gave me one. Stick, no, I'm going to take that. I'm giving you more stocks than anything. Virginia, Harmony. Sing, warm up. I'm going to take FTI. All right. How many stocks did I give you? I said I was only going to give you 10 stocks. Of course I gave you 16. Of course I gave you 16. Sigh. All right, but you know I need to shout out my new folks. Now, for everybody that's in here, the list is automatically sorted by our master indicator, VST. Worst stock at the bottom of the list. Bill. Lee gave me pump. Who gave me cold? A new person gave me cold. Look at that. And they're all three sell recommendations. Janet, who isn't here today, is new. No, she's not new. I don't know. She's not here today. PPC Golden Chicken. What does that got to do with Golden Chicken? Now I'm hungry. Sigh. I think I want to go to Bojangles. See, I can't believe you made me do that. Let's take a look at these graphs. Remember, the stocks that I have a sell recommendations, I'd be very careful about. Stocks I got a sell recommendation, I'd be ABB. How are you doing in Thailand? Sorry to hear about what happened. Praying for you guys. That was tough. Wow, 7.7, and the building fall down. So praying for you and your family, AB. All right, let's take a look at these stocks on the graph. So these are the stocks that you gave me. Joey is new. Joey who? Joey Bag of Donuts. Harmony, love the play. Stocks moving up. That's a good goal play. Rising value as well. RT above 1. I like the play. That's probably, if I'm going to be picky about gold stocks, that's one that I like. Ryan does 50 stocks every day. I'm not Ryan. How about that? Let's go to the next one. Another gold play, DRD, new 3-month high. Both of these stocks have new 3-month highs. Undervalued, rising value. Again, if I'm going to be looking at gold stocks, I'm going to be picky. Those are two that I like, though. Orla. Interesting about Orla. I made some good money on Orla, but right now it's stopped at a level of resistance. Right now, then, am I going to tell you to get out of it? No. I'm going to tell you to watch it, but if it falls below this level of support, I'd probably pull it off the table because there's other gold stocks that are moving. Look at SQQQ. The short side of the Q. Look at the selling pressure today. The market looks like it's trying to do a little rebound. Be careful if you own SQQQ. You know what I would like to look for is a level of support here, but it fell. Oh, it's right there. You see that? It's right there. If it falls below that today, you probably want to think about taking it off the table. Nice move coming off support. I like the move up. I love RT. Watch that, though, right? Because that could turn around real fast on the up day. Oof. FTI, I like the move. Look at that. Look at that uptrend. Beautiful thing about looking at a VectorVest graph, any lines or stuff any drawings that I've put will stay, which means I've looked at this stock before. I have the trend line. I like it. Value starting to rise again. I'd leave it alone if I owned it. LYG, I like this stock, but right now it's now below the trend line, below this level of resistance and pulling back. I'd be careful. Who gave me LYG? Was that you, Lee? Who gave me LYG? I'd be careful with LYG. I like the stock. While it was in an uptrend, the trend is dissipated, and now it's pulling away from a level of resistance. I would be very careful with LYG. I'd be very careful with LYG. What's next? Schwab. You know what I like about Schwab? Trend line. You know what I don't like about Schwab? It broke through it. And coming away from this level of resistance. I'd like to see it go above the level of resistance. Number one, I'd like to see it back in the uptrend. I do like that it's undervalued. But right now, as soon as you know what I would have done if I owned it? As soon as it went below the trend line and broke through that level of support, I would have taken a half off the table. Right now, I would be still trading with half. Let's go see if the stock's got the wherewithal to rebound. It is undervalued. I do like that. Same thing with Genworth. Look at this. Freehand line from the low. What did it do? It broke through the trend line. You know what I'd look at if I'm going to get into it? See if it's got more uptrend. I'd see if it breaks above this level of resistance. I like that it's undervalued. I like that RT is above 1. Let me throw volume on here too. What I don't like is that value is falling. I don't like the falling value. I'd be careful with Genworth, okay? ASML, again, I got a kid that works for ASML. It's approaching a level of support. If it falls through that, the stock's going to have more downside. All right, this is the machines that make the chips. So they're very important to the whole AI chip production space, right? But right now, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It stopped at support. I'm curious to see if this level of support will hold. Or does it have more downside? All right. I'd be careful. If you're still in it, that's tough to hold through. If you're still in it, that's tough to hold through. When would I have gotten out of it? This is after the fact, right? When would I have gotten out of it? When it broke through the trend line. Trading the chart, not my heart. When it broke through the trend line. Let's go to the next one. Interesting about Walmart. It's at a level of support. Look at that, holding at that level of support. Nice open day today. It is overvalued. Volume is falling. That makes sense why the stock is moving sideways. RT is below 1. What would I be looking at for Walmart? I'd like to see me break above this level of resistance, but most of all, I'd like to see RT get above 1. I'd like to see RT get above 1, telling me that the stock is in an uptrend. When it's in an uptrend, it's moving. When it's in a downtrend, RT below 1, it's moving down. I'd like to see RT get above 1. I do like that it's solid at a level of support. If you own it and you haven't gotten out of it, that's tough to hold from that high to here. But if you're holding it, let's go see if it's got the wherewithal to go back up. If it breaks below that level of support, I would be like, Marcus says a big buy. Well, nope. It's not a big buy until it shows me. What I do like, Marcus, that it is at a level of support. I do like that. Am I going to call it a buy yet? I'm going to go look at another graph layout. Let's go look at Star Search. No, it's still not a buy yet. And this is my more aggressive way of looking at it, Marcus. It's not a buy yet. Not until it gets into the fast lane. All right, so I'm not calling this a big buy in any way, shape, form, or fashion. If I'm holding it, am I a little bit more optimistic with it holding that level of support? The answer to your question is yes. All right, let me get back into my other graph. MP, no, not MPI. Where is it? There it is. All right. So that's what I'm looking at. How about Honeywell and Estow? We'll see. See if I can get into those. IBM just hovering around a level of support. It's not doing much of anything. Tesla is going down. All right. A little bit of a hanging man right there. Broke through support. It's got another level of support. If it breaks through this level of support, I think the stock's going to have a lot more downside. All right. CrowdStrike's moving down from that level, and that's a beautiful level of resistance, a little swing high, pulling back. RT is below 1, telling me the stock is pulling back. I probably wouldn't be in it right now. Or I trade the channel. I would trade the channel. RT is a very key indicator. It's below 1. Almost done. Cold. That's a downtrending stock. I can just look at it. Stock's going down. Freehand line. Connect the highs. I trade the trend line on cold. That's just moving down. If I'm going to get positive on cold, I'd like to see RT go above 1, and I'd like to see it break out from this downtrend. I'm not ready to touch this yet. Not yet. Let the stock come to you. Trade the chart, folks. Pump. Level. Oops. Got me a level of resistance right here. It pulled back from that level of resistance. Who gave me that? Why do I think Lee gave me that too? It's pulling from resistance. I'm not ready to touch this if I'm not in it until it breaks through that level of resistance and RT goes above 1. All right, until RT. I'm using the 3 and the 8. I got a 3 and 8 on here somewhere. There's the 3-8. It's still positively. I'd watch it though. I'd watch it. Let's look at the last one in 3 and the 8 as well. Ooh, that just went down. This is the more aggressive way. You notice I looked at a couple of different charts to make decisions on these stocks, whether it's the Star Search or the VectorVest layout or the 3 and the 8. 3 different ways to tell the story. So no matter what stock you gave me or who gave me a stock, I read the charts. I trade the charts. All right? I traded the charts. I got no bias in any of you guys' stocks. I just want you guys to know. You ask me to take a look at them. I want you guys to know what I see. And I don't want to push it in your direction to go, yeah, that's a great pick, if it's not. All right? This is why I think that we give some of the best unbiased guidance out there. If you agree with that, we give some of the best unbiased guidance out there. Type a 1 in the room. Type of one in the room. If you think that we give some of the best unbiased guidance out there, whether it's on the market, whether it's on individual stocks, type of one in the room. All right, type of one in the room. Because that's what we strive to do, and that's how we're going to grow from 75,000 to 100,000. All right? All right. Look at that. At the end of the session, we still had over 200 people here. I'm loving that. At least I'm keeping your attention, whether it's just commentary, looking at the news, looking at stocks, looking at your stocks. We still got over 200 people here, and I'm thanking you for that. That is awesome. And I love the stocks that you give in regards to what you're looking for because you have questions. My job is to try to answer those questions, but I'm not going to blow smoke where it don't belong. If it don't look good, I'm going to tell you. And then we can look at the graph and see where you should have possibly gotten out or what you should possibly be doing right now. Don't forget tonight's video, 6 p.m. video. I'm going to take you through an ideology that will bypass everything that's going on in the news and what everybody and their mama and them is telling you. I'm going to show you how to use the power of the VectorVest software and our indicators, one of our indicators, which is a powerful indicator, along with the industries, showing you how to find, no matter what's going on in the market, the best stocks to get into. If that's what you're looking for, tune in tonight at 6 p.m. If you're brand new to the channel, you want to get alerted, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon. For everybody else, after you watch the video, give me your real assessment on the video. Was it useful? All right? So there we go. Thank you guys for being here today. With that being said, Mike, I love that. Let's strive for 1 million subscribers, Glenn. I'm striving for whatever we can get, but I need you guys to help me. I need you guys to help me. All right? Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. You know me, I love my peeps in Hawaii. I need to go back to Hawaii. Always remember, there's good people in the world. If you can't find one, be one. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom. Namaste, Yasu. Until the next time, folks. See ya.